What is going on, guys? This is Rice back again with another recap, this time from the Budwizzards as they take out Tied with Bleach, the EYG family EWL affiliate in the EWL Season 4, Week 2. Budwizzards coming away with the win, making it 2-0 on the season. Just a quick disclaimer before I get into the rest of this recap, though. I'm not at all affiliated with the EWL in any way. I'm not EWL staff. They do make their own recaps for the league, so I do encourage you to go check out those recaps. This is just my independent perspective on the war. So, that being said, let's actually jump into my perspective on the war, starting off by just looking at our lineup. We have OTK and Flash up there, the 11's perfect on dips, which really was the deciding factor, as you'll see later. But there's Fuzz with a 10v11 2-star, Terminator with a fresh hit 10v11 2-star, down to the 9s. There's Jarby with a 6-pack, there's myself with a 6-pack. Continuing down, yeah, we had a bunch of scouts this war. There's Tig with a 6-pack, we'll be taking a look at that later as well. But yeah, as I was saying, lots of scouts. So yeah, great performance by our 9s. We hit like 60% or something, so yeah, well done there. Really led up to the victory. So starting off in this recap, we have Terminator with his fresh hit 10v11. I was about to say 6-pack, but that would be insane. 10v11 2-star, and he's actually bringing like a queen charge to this attack, not just a queen walk, which you'll see in a moment here. Starting off the queen up at around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. She's going to head up for a little bit, but eventually she will ultimately head down, which is what he wanted. Has to drop that early rage spell due to those point defenses, and now he's going to wall break, using that rage spell, getting into this first layer of wall there, very nicely timed just before that building went down and the wall breakers redirect. But as you'll be able to see here, that Eagle Artillery is one tile too far out, I guess, too close to that wall, which means the queen can reach it over that wall. Yeah, it's a little bit misleading of a building, because even though, I guess due to its size, even if it's like, 3 tiles inset from the wall, the queen can't reach it because the hitbox is a little bit farther than that. It's the same with the army camps. So it actually, this is like the only way the Eagle could be reached, is if it was only 2 tiles inside that wall, as it was here. Terminator does a great job recognizing that, gets the Eagle just with one little wall break there, also gets the CC off of that, so that's really nice, really helpful as well. Now he's going to start off with some bowlers and witches. Don't normally see the witches on a 10v11, but it worked out here. They're just going to kind of head down the side, also just sort of helping to funnel along with a few of those bowlers there. The rest of his bowlers making their way over into that area where the wall was broken. A couple more healers coming in as his army takes that jump spell right into the core where the town hall is. Semi-exposed town hall in this base, could have been jumped into from the outside, but gets that wall broken into anyways. So he sets the jump in a bit farther back. But yeah, gets the town hall down. His king goes down, but his queen's still up. Those healers switch over to the bowlers for a moment as they do some more damage on their bounces, taking out a cannon in the back. And now after they've gone down, the healers switch back over to the queen, and now he's got his queen walk back up. So yeah, this raid is nowhere near ending. 40 seconds still left, and I believe he actually times out, possibly. I can't remember for sure. But yeah, he just kind of keeps going and going. Those healers on the queen. Giant still alive somehow, doing some tanking like at the end of the raid. Don't know how that happened. But that worked out pretty nicely. Now queen under some fire with only a couple of healers left. She is going to go down once this second cannon locks on. But still the bowler's up, and he's at 61%. Just barely slowing down. That one bowler with the healers is going to stay alive through the cannon fire. Going to bounce the army camp off the barracks and finish off the raid at 64% off of like a queen charge 10v11. So yeah, wonderfully done there. And yeah, that bowler doesn't even die at the end of his raid. So just a crazy attack to Terminator there. And we're going to take a look at the other 10v11. This one done by Fuzz. You may remember him from the last video, but he is back at it with the Mass Valks. Couple of things done differently in this one, though. Going to start off with those balloons just to take out that Archer Tower so that he can drop the minions behind for some nice percentage points. yeah, making sure to get all this done early before the eagle wakes up, because if you save this for the end of the raid, if you don't get the eagle down, that's just going to end all your chances of getting any percent. So now he's going to go ahead. This was not a fresh hit, so I think he knew the air mine was there. Drops the balloon to take out the air mine. I assume that's because he's going to put a baby dragon there. That's the only other air troop he has. Yeah, just kind of taking his time. No need to rush the 10v11s. Generally don't time fail unless you're like Terminator and end up doing like a queen charge on them. But for the most part, especially if you're just doing like a Valk spam to get into the core, it's all about setting the funnel, getting those percentage points early, which he does here. Going to go ahead, drop that rage spell, the golem to tank a Valk to help kill the king with those bowlers under rage. And after they take out the king, they're going to bounce off of that archer tower, swing around to both sides, get more of the funnel set. Golem still alive, tanking. There's a giant behind the golem as well. There goes the baby dragon. Took out the seeking air mine with the balloon earlier. Finally ends up dropping the baby dragon just to do some funnel work. King goes down after the baby dragon funnels for the king, and queen coming down afterwards. Just to set the funnel on this side, as well as get some more percentage, obviously, since that's your goal. 10v11. The eagle has woken up at this point and is going to lock onto the king, and he's not going to survive much longer. But he has quad quaked in right directly to the town hall, and he's going to spam those Valks in under rage. They bust through that wall, no problem. They're going to outrun the hound and the loon under the rage. So yeah, no need to bring a poison because the balloon's too slow to keep up with the raged Valks. They're going to absolutely shred through the core, take out the town hall, take out the eagle. Going to run around. Some get stuck on walls, but ending up getting a bit more percentage with those Valks, and that just about ends his raid. Very nicely done there. Identified some points of free percentage, what he need to funnel, and yeah, just an overall solid attack to Fuzz, getting it done. Hopping now into some 9v9 action. We didn't actually have any 10v10s this war. So yeah, down to the Town Hall 9s, we have Jarby coming in with a Shattered Hobo, I think. I don't remember if he has bowlers. Doesn't have a rage spell, so it's possible that he doesn't have bowlers either. I think he does, though. Yeah, honestly can't remember, but whatever. He is starting off. Yeah, never mind. There they go. Definitely has bowlers on this attack. It has been confirmed. But anyways, starting off with those golems, setting the funnel with the wizards. Really wide funnels like the entire side of the base, just to make sure the bowlers don't walk, but one of them ends up walking anyways, just because that's how bowlers work. But into the core here, no rage spell needed. Gonna poison down the CC with the king ability popped any time here probably, just to bust through the rest of the core, and the queen in there as well to help out. The kill squad is also tanking a bunch of defenses. Gonna send in a few hogs to take out that Expo, as it was low on health and also distracted earlier, while the remainder of his hogs kind of plow through the rest of the base. Fairly dirty Tesla farm popping up at the back of his raid here. Yeah, right next to the Expo and all those wizard towers. That's a really dangerous section for any troops, especially hogs though, because they don't have anything tanking for them. Like loons usually have a hound running through there tanking for them, but the hogs are just kind of on their own. Luckily has a heal for this back end, and plenty of hogs to just kind of power through anyways. Gets through all the Teslas, the Expo. Gonna finish off on this final archer tower, and that's not going to be able to stop all the hogs that he has left. Final defense goes down. Still has his king, his queen, like a golem, his bowlers, like everything lived through the raid. Hogs, kill squad, like all of it, finishing off, cleaning up the rest of the base. So yeah, great hit to Jarby, really kind of killed that base, didn't stand a chance. And yeah, he's into the back end, swags both hero abilities. I don't know what I was talking about earlier, but didn't need them. Gets the job done. Great hit to Jarby, which leads us to Tig, who also six-packed this war. This is his fresh hit of the two. He did have a cleanup. But on this attack, he is coming in with the Iron Lady, which I hadn't heard of before these guys at the Budwizzards started bringing it out. And as far as I understand, someone looked at the Grundinator and decided there was not enough troop variety, so they invented the Iron Lady to throw in some witches, just because. But this attack, starting off with the Queen Walk, doing some funnel work with that wizard on the storages. Queen is going to head down, I believe. And he's going to start over at 9 o'clock now, his P.E.K.K.A. Just the one healer on the P.E.K.K.A. Just to make sure like nothing happens to the P.E.K.K.A. because that's setting the other side of the funnel. Now witches into the middle, with the BK and probably CC bowlers here in a moment. But everything kind of, there's the Valks as well, forgot they exist in this attack. But regardless, P.E.K.K.A. is going to end up going down the side, but that's not an issue because she is going to take out the BK. Into the core with the Rage spell go the Valks. The bowlers kind of run around the sides as well, but that's not going to harm his attack as the Valks are in with all the spells and the healers dedicated to them. Even though there's only 4 Valks, they're just going to shred through all of the base, especially with the Queen here to help out, and the King ended up going into the base as well. So even though the P.E.K.K.A., all the witches and the bowlers go around the side of the base, there's enough into the core with the healers. Since he took out all the air defenses pretty early, there's nothing targeting the healers, and they're just going to stay up and heal all of his troops throughout the rest of the attack. And now everything decides that, everything decides to leave the base anyways. But that's not going to be a problem since the core has been already gutted. BK beats through the wall, Queen follows him out, and now it's just kind of clean up around the edges of the base. And guys, if you haven't looked already, take a look at his spell bar. Still has a poison, a rage, and a heal unused. Only used the 2 rages in this attack so far, and that's all he needed. He's going to drop some monster swag on this base. Rage, heal, and poison. None of it needed to take out this base, and like he still has all of his witches, all of his bowlers. Like I'm sure there's a Valk or 2 in there. Like pretty much everything he brought survived, and he could have swagged those hogs in the back end as well. So yeah, took out this base with kind of like half an army. So great hit to Tig, just really thoroughly smashed that base. Not a chance. Yeah, amazing attack. Love to watch that one. Here are those war match stats that I was mentioning at the beginning of the war, or of the recap, I suppose. Yeah, as you can see, we went perfect on dips, and they did fail a dip, which meant they had to go for some 11v11 heroics at the end of war, and they almost succeeded. They got 1 out of 2, and the other one was a high percentage 2-star as well. So they could have pulled it off with a miracle double 11v11 at the last minute, but unfortunately did not manage to do so. They did have a 10v10 on us, whereas we did not, and 9s both sides. Very solid there. Plenty of scouts, as you can see as well. So overall, yeah, these were 2 heavy hitting clans going head to head, and just yeah, when it comes down to a dip fail costing the war, that's when you know it was a good one. So yeah, that'll do it for this recap. Thank you very much for watching. Look out for the Budwizzards in EWL. They are currently the top of their division or group. I'm not sure what the term is, but yeah, the veterans division of EWL separated into 4 like subdivisions or groups or whatever. Budwizzards at the top of theirs, undefeated to start the season. Keep an eye out. But for now, I've been Rice. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all for the next one.